Microphones are on. Welcome you to our Committee of the Whole meeting, August 22nd, 2016. Please show that all are present except for Alderman Radecki, Alderman Kilberg, and Alderman Marks. Take the roll? Or do we do that with Carol?
I think you just did.
Oh, okay. Make note of that. First item of business is to approve the minutes from the Committee of the Whole meetings for August 8th, 2016. Is there a motion?
Second.
Moved by Cummings, second by Singer. Any questions or changes? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. On to the items of business. Item 3A, recommend special event application for Fox Valley Folk Fest, September 4th through 5th, 2016. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Maladra, seconded by Sino. Any discussion? We have the applicant here, if there's any questions of the applicant, or if the applicant would like to say a few words about the event. While we're waiting, let the record show that Alderman Kilberg and Radecki have showed up. And if you could state your name and address for the record.
My name is Jewel Ulvin, and I live in Aurora, Illinois, 755 North Evans Lawn Avenue, which is also the home of Fox Valley Folklore Society and all the detritus that goes with that from the past 42 years. I guess this is our 40th year for the Fox Valley Folk Festival, the 38th year at Island Park, and we certainly love that park. It's been a good home for us. And Geneva Park District has been a great partner along with the city for the last number of years. So we're very grateful for all the services and such that are offered.
Well, it's a wonderful festival. It's as I understand, it's actually gotten significant notoriety in the circles.
We're pretty well known around the country. We actually, as far back as 1990, there was the organization that sort of is the core of the folk music and dance community, North American Folk Music and Dance Alliance. We were elected to be one of the 12 incorporators of that organization, even going back into the 90s. So, we bring in about 35 feature performers. This year, I think 12 or 13 states performers are represented. We bring in about 120 volunteers that run the festival, and volunteers usually represent about 12 to 13 or 14 states.
Very good.
So but we certainly appreciate everything that the city has done for us over the years.
Well, we all look forward to it. Any questions? If not, do I have all those in favor in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. Item 3B, recommend special event application for the Geneva United Methodist Church Picnic, September 18th, 2016. We have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Kilberg and Sino. Any discussion? Seeing none, hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. Item 3C, recommend draft resolution authorizing an agreement with Passport Parking Incorporated to implement a mobile payment solution for commuter parking lots.
So moved.
Moved by Cummings, second by Sino. Any discussion? Alderman Maladra?
I had just one question.
I couldn't get it from the packet, maybe it's in there, but it wasn't clear to me how we enforce this. How do we know somebody who hasn't paid?
What we're going to be doing is,
Excuse me,
Community Service Officer Kuntz, 322 Peyton Street, Geneva, Illinois. What we currently do now is mark on a sheet the numbers that are paid and the numbers that are not paid. We'll do the same, we'll keep the same process in place with the addition of going onto the Passport website through their back door and being able to go in as administrator and seeing who actually paid through Passport. So that's how.
Kind of like an electronic
Exactly.
change box.
It's gonna be one more step, but we have the laptops in the vehicle, so it won't be that.
Okay.
And we'll probably set it up that we collect and check after the last commuter train. I think there's a 9:37 train. Pretty much after that train, the commuters are already gone.
That's very good information. Thank you, Brad.
But we'll continue to check throughout the day.
Thank you.
That's it?
Any other questions? Alderman
Is
Cummings?
the idea ultimately to get away from quarters and dollar bills and just go electronic? Is that?
I think that's the goal. I think you'll always have, and I think the large majority of commuters that are commuting every day are gonna go in and put in 2 weeks' worth, a month's worth into their virtual wallet, and just every day pull into their spot, look right at their number, punch it into their phone, and pay. You're still gonna get a lot of people that go down on a daily basis that, or just go down for the day, I mean, and they may just still put a couple dollars in.
Yeah,
Or people who just don't wanna
I
do
would say
that.
though, somewhere in the future, I would foresee that this, I mean, I think that's how everything is going, but for now, we're obviously keeping both options with the experience we had several years ago with the credit card machine.
Yeah.
We wanna make sure that we keep a backup system for a while until we actually see how many people are still using the manual system.
The company had great reviews. I looked at them on the web and saw the technology and everything. It's nice to see that we're moving forward.
Any other, Alderman Burkhart?
Mine are more financial questions, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So there's gonna be a 37-cent per transaction fee?
Yes.
Okay. And is that pretty standard among these 40 suburbs that use the Passport program?
Yeah, Passport standard fee is the 37 cents
Okay.
that we will be charging.
And but we don't get any, the city doesn't get any of that, right?
No, we do not.
Okay. And then the city's gonna eat the credit card processing fee too?
Yes, we will.
So are we actually gonna lose a little bit of money on this?
Depending upon how they use the system, maybe varies how much we would lose. Using the wallet system reduces our costs dramatically. Therefore, saying to someone, you must, let's say $10, you must put $10 on the account. Therefore, getting rid of the daily transaction fees, because that's what would really hurt us, would be someone going in every single day charging.
Gotcha.
And that's where the higher fees come in. So if you look at it on a weekly basis, it'd be about 6%. That's what we'd lose.
And if I may add, we also think we may actually collect some that we're missing. Just, people who aren't putting it in the box or whatever, they're more apt to pay via the mobile option. They're running late for the train, they miss putting it in the box. So now they actually can get on the train and pay while they're on the train going to the city and not have to worry about that. So I think there is some cost of doing business, but at the same time, until we put it into effect, we don't really know how much that might be.
Good. Okay, thanks. And then we feel comfortable with their data privacy protection for our commuters?
Yes, we've sat into webinars to look at it. The nice thing is the app is an app, so if someone does lose their phone, they can always just re-sign into their login and keep going. So the app is not actually tied to the physical phone where, a card, for example, if you had a credit card process, you would end up losing the card and losing the funds. It's just basically a sign-on like you do with anything else today.
Well, I love this, that it is an app, because I was in Chicago just the other day and I had my Ventra app, but you can't, I didn't have my card with me, so I put money on the app, but that didn't help me at all because I didn't have the card, so I think this is a good step. All right, thank you.
Alderman Simonian?
Thank you, Chairman. A couple questions. On page 34, under launch delays, do we anticipate delaying the launch by any chance? It's going to cost us $1,500?
No, we haven't even set a launch date yet, so we would work out the schedule, but we don't anticipate any delays, certainly on our end.
So that,
I'm not
Say-
concerned at all with that.
not a concern. Okay, on page 35, under letter G, under ancillary fees,
There'd be no custom design. That's above and beyond like putting our logo. They
right, I was
will
just
do
gonna
one
say,
design.
if we provide the design, we can avoid that cost, right? If we do, okay.
Right,
so
and
we're
they
not-
actually
we're not-
provide one for us using our logo and our information. So it's if we wanted anything above and beyond.
Okay, but we could do our own and not be charged?
They will provide all that back to us. So if we need additional signs, we can do them on our own.
Okay, and on page 36, under monthly minimum, it says if the total per transaction fees paid to Passport as a result of provider's use of the MPP during any month are less than the monthly minimum fees, then the provider will pay the difference between the amount actually collected, paid, and the monthly minimum MPP fees minimum as follows. Additional amount payable to Passport equals minimum minus paid. Do we anticipate that scenario where total transactions paid are less than the monthly minimum fees?
We really don't know. We don't know how many people are gonna use this. I would think not, but I think, we are very technology-driven, so I don't think we're gonna have a problem meeting the minimum service levels.
So, but if we don't, then we have to come up with a difference.
Yes, we would.
Okay. I would like to at least get some kind of a report on a monthly or quarterly, if we continue to pay additional fees on our end, I'd like to know that, so, if need be, we can exercise our termination rights, because if we're continue to paying more and, we may assume that the technology part of this world is gonna kick in, but we find out that there's a lot of daily shoppers using this and still putting $2 in the slots, and it's really not working, for whatever reason, that we, stop spending good money after bad sooner than later.
I
So-
think we'll absolutely be monitoring not only how many people are using it, what our credit card fees, costs are, all of that, to see if this is truly a benefit that we think it will be. But again, we need to implement it before we can get to that
No,
point.
I'm in
Yeah.
total
Oh,
support
no,
of it, but I'd like to set
But
a,
absolutely, we would
set a
be,
date.
we would be following certainly in the quarterly financials, you'll see in the commuter parking fund, all of that information would be available.
okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, Chairman.
Any other questions? Well, I've used the apps any number of times in Chicago and Oak Park, and I would never go back to paper. I never carry coins, certainly, usually never paper money, so, yeah, I'm excited that it's here. So if there's no other questions, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Passes unanimously. Item 3D, recommend draft resolution authorizing city administrator, treasurer, or finance manager to conduct U.S. Treasury or agency securities transactions on behalf of the city of Geneva. Now this, as I understand, is a housekeeping matter with change of personnel, that it's just giving the requisite people the requisite authority to sign for some of these transactions. Is there a motion?
So moved. Motion.
Moved by Alderman Burkout, second by Sino. Questions? Seeing none, hearing none.
I have a
all-
question.
oh,
Sorry.
Alderman Simonian?
I hate to be the devil's advocate here. Oh, thank you, by the way, Chairman. But is there any, is there any liability here to the protection of these transactions under these circumstances?
No, that's not the intended use of the form. The use of the form is just basically to tell the federal government that there are 3 of us within the city of Geneva that can
Transact.
do transactions. That's all. It's more of a notification type situation, just if they ever ask. We can produce, well, they'll have this form, we have another copy, and they'll say, oh, here are the 3 people.
Okay. Is there any, other than the document itself, the process itself, does it lend itself to any potential liability to the city?
No, we currently hold US Treasuries right now, and we've purchased them in the past, and we will be in the future. I just had to get this updated, so we could actually make those purchases.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else? Seeing none, hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. Move on to new business. Is there any new business from the council?
Yes, thank you. Beautifications, fall planting is the 27th. And the Tour de Fleur is still going on, so please vote for your favorite bed, garden bed. Thanks.
Thank you. Any, Alderman Kilberg?
I learned from, and this is probably more in Alderman Singer's domain, but I learned from one of the American Legion officers that the American Legion Post will be hosting an appreciation breakfast for the Geneva Police Department and their service to the community next month. I believe it's on the 17th. And I think in light of some of the challenges that our police across the United States are facing, I think that's a nice gesture that the American Legion's putting forth. So thanks, Alderman Singer and all those with the American Legion that are bringing this about.
Thank you, Alderman Kilberg. Alderman Singer?
Thank you, Dean. I appreciate that recognition. I was aware of the function. I wasn't sure as to what a date had been selected. But we do have a lot to be thankful for in this community, particularly those who service us, both fire and police. And it's well, hopefully, a means of being of recognizing these people for all that service they provide for us. So thank you for that. If I may continue.
Please, you have the floor.
Thank you. I was in communication with Jennifer Jarlin, who was the recycling program coordinator of King County. And I'm sure most of you probably are aware that the recycling program is going to begin again. And there will be 3 locations for those people out in the area listening to us this evening. There will be a northern location which will be located in the village of West Dundee. The central location will be in South Elgin. And then the southern location will be in Batavia at the old jail site. The intent is that the program will have its beginning regularly sometime in late September. And then from there, it will continue on where it will be the second Saturday of each month. In the event starting October 8th, and then November 12th event is in addition to electronics and books, they'll include shredding and latex paints as had been previously planned. My understanding is that there will be a possibility that the city of Geneva, as well as all the other major cities and villages in King County, will have the opportunity to support the recycling program. The manner in which it will be supported is through the population of each of the communities. And if that so happens, well, this is all in a draft status at this point in time. There'll be more information coming forward reasonably soon. But the intent, of course, is to provide services at these drop-off events, and there'll be a staff there that will maintain the site and also take any fees for screened equipment. There'll be a charge to customers to drop off screening equipment, TVs and monitors, $25 for screens up to 20 inches, and $35 for screens up to 21 inches or over. They'll accept all other applicable electronic items free of charge. They'll provide a donation receipt for any tax deduction purposes. And the process and responsibility of recycling all materials collected will be theirs. And the people that will be doing that are referred to as the E-Works. It's a nonprofit that employs developmentally disturbed individuals, disabled individuals. They'll provide all staff for the events and drop-off, all supplies, transportation for processing and recycling for no cost to the county or their partners. What they like for you to have an understanding of is that there will also be a means of providing and establishing of means of so that there isn't a backup of people using and seeking these site locations on those Saturdays, that the would like that the materials will be, the availability will be for them to drop off those materials will be more on a day-to-day basis as well. But all that information is in the mix at this point in time, and they will be, in a sense, informing us and the city staff as well as to just what the proceedings will be. So, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Anything else from the council under new business?
Motion to adjourn.
One moment, please.
Okay.
I was remiss in not introducing myself at the beginning of the meeting. I am Alderman Mike Bruno for the First Ward. I have the honor and privilege of serving with Alderman Tara Burkhart also. With that, wait, do we have to move to
Well, you have to
close this out?
and then we'll open the next meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, meeting is adjourned. Pete doesn't have to give me a thumbs up?
Nope.
Okay. I call to order this special city council meeting, Monday, August 22nd, 2016. Can you take the roll, please?
Mike Bruno,
Here.
Tara Burkhart. Here. Donald Cummings. Here. Dean Kilburg. Here. Craig Maladra. Here. Richard Marks. Jim Radecki. Here. Tom Simonian. Here. Mary Sino. Ron Singer.
Here.
Okay, with that, items of business, just to dot the i's and cross the t's here, recommend approval of, or 2A, recommend approval of special event application for Fox Valley Folk Fest, September 4th, 5th, 2016. Do I have a motion? Moved by Maladra, second by Cummings. Any discussion, any new ideas since our last meeting? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations, you're good to go. On to that, item 3, new business. Is there any new business since our last meeting moments ago? Item 4 is to go into closed session on the purchase, sale, or lease of real property for the use of the public body. Do I have a motion? Moved by
Second.
Sino, second by Simonian.
Roll call.
Roll call for that.
Mike Bruno,
Aye.
Tara Burkhart.
Aye.
Donald Cummings. Dean Kilburg.
Aye.
Craig Maladra.
Aye.
Jim Radecki.
Aye.
Tom Simonian.
Aye.
Mary Sino. Ron Singer.
Aye.
There will be no action taken after this, so may all do as you will.
Can we do that after closed session?